How do you understand what your clients or prospects are thinking? How can you very quickly take that length of time and condense it into that and use their language? You've often heard the expression, hey, I like you, you speak my language. Quite literally, you can speak their language. What I mean is their style of language. When you ask them questions, you may have a piece of paper next to the side and just write VAK. V stands for visual. Are they a visual person? And I'll come back to that. A is for audio. Do they talk in terms of sound? A is for audio. Do they talk in terms of sound? K stands for kinesthetic, or in other words, feeling. I'll give you some examples. Some people say, I used to say to people when I used to teach sales all the time, I really like that painting on your wall, or I like that shirt you're wearing, or I like, that's really nice. What made you decide to choose that? And they might say, oh, I don't know, I just think it looked good. If it looked good, that's a visual word. Their mind thinks visually. It looked good. I don't know, just something about the color. Color is a visual, right? They like that color. They like that. They like the way it looks. Remember that, because the way they think, the way they speak is the way they buy. Because no one likes to be sold to, but everybody likes to buy. Okay, so that would be a visual person. So when you start doing your closing, you can drop visual words in with it. And I'll give you some examples in a moment. Okay. Audio. You can say to people, what made you buy that? What made you buy that shirt? And someone say, hey, I was talking to a friend, you know, thank you. And they said it was a good brand. Said? That's something they heard. That's an audio word. Or I don't know, I just heard it was a good brand, or I heard there was these shirts were really great, or something. Audio, remember that, because you can put that in the close. Or some people say, I don't know, I just tried it on it and it just felt good. Feeling, it's a kinesthetic word, it's a feeling. Okay, I don't know, just put it on and just felt right, just felt good. Something like, think of this, and I can take you into much more detail with lists of these words, but that is part of NLP, which is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. For those of you who don't know that, N is for neuro, which means your brain. L is for linguistic, which means your words, and programming, as we know. So it's reprogramming your mind through words to get the results you want. Okay, this is understanding your client better than they understand themselves. And it was once said, if you can articulate your client's problems better than they can, then they will run and buy from you. Okay. So think, are they a visual person? Are they an audio person? Are they a kinesthetic person? Because, my friends, when it comes to this, when you start to do the close, you can offer it to them and say, look, if I could do this for you, if I could do that for you, if we could do that, what does that look like? Would that look good? Visual, you're using that visual person's language. Can you see how good this would be? Visual. Or you could say to them, we could do this policy, you could make the first payment here, you could get this month's cover, and we can get your family actually covered by the end of the week. Does that sound good? Does that resonate with you? These are audio words. And it would resonate with them. It would sound good because you're speaking their language. Okay. Fantastic. Now, what about those gutsy people? What are people say da 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 da, and you could talk about what you're doing, and you could say, I don't know, are you getting that gut feeling that this is going to be right for you? Is this going to be good for you? How would your family feel about this? And when that's it, you're speaking their language. So, are they visual? Are they audio? Or are they kinesthetic? Okay, is this adding value to you guys? Are you getting this? Can you start to see that if you spent a little bit of time on this, how this should dramatically book more appointments and close more deals? Is that good? Give me a thumbs up if it's good. Great, and get some hearts going up. That's fantastic. That's great. So we have that. I haven't got much longer, but I'm going to go a little bit faster for you this, okay? Body language. How many of you are into body language? Body language is fantastic because people can lie with words, but their body gives it all away. And this is the fantastic thing. Now, I realized, and I thought about this, and that's why I've done something special for you guys, because right now, if we're on Zoom, you can't see my feet. And the further away from the head that the limb is, it's more accurate. And you can't see my feet now. So I'm going to tell you the best tips that are from the head to here, to see what that person's thinking without them saying a word. Is this stuff good, by the way? Is this stuff going to help you close more deals? Okay, cool. So I want you to think about body language now. When you talk to them, it's key tip. It's not about actually the thing they do, but what have you said just before that's caused that reaction? I'll say that one more time. What have you said to them that's going to cause that reaction, okay, to make them do something? So firstly, shoulders. When you say something like the price, their shoulders go up and they go back, they're fearful. Shoulders go up to protect you, okay? Imagine if something was falling over, falling down, your shoulders go up. Your shoulders go up to protect you. And if they don't like the price, the shoulders go up, and you can make a mental note of it, something about the price. When you say something and the shoulders come down and they relax, that's relaxed them. Whatever that is, you need to put that in your closing because that's the thing they liked. And you repeat that again when you stack up the things to close. That's shoulders. Secondly, blink rate. Look at their eyes. When people blink fairly fast, their concentration level was reduced. So if you're talking lots of numbers to someone who's not a numbers people, their blink rate will go really fast. You've lost them. Okay, slow it down, take a different approach. Conversely, if they're blinking a lot and then you say something and suddenly they slow down and look at you, their focus has increased. This is a good thing. Whatever you're saying there, you have their focus. Okay. Now, do I have your focus now? If I have your focus, please put in the chat box, I have your focus. Okay. Put that there. Great. Fantastic. I can see two big eyes there. I have your focus. That's fantastic. All right. So this is it. So the next thing is grooming. If you state a price and you see someone grooming, now guys will do this kind of thing. Okay, look at me. They do this kind of, they straighten the shirt, they'll adjust their cuff things, or even the watch. They'll kind of do this kind of thing. And this is grooming to make themselves feel better. Women will dangle with their jewelry. They will play with the jewelry, or sometimes they will just move their hair around. Women do. Watch when this happens. When this happens, they're trying to make themselves feel better because they're going to come back with a different proposal. For example, you've stated a price and they're going to come back with a different price or an objection. So prepare for that. When they do it, you know it's going to happen. Okay. These are some real fast, quick tips I'm giving you right here on the spot. Okay. So that's what's going to happen. Good, good. So closing. What about some closing lines? There's many, many, many I could give you, but let me just give you a couple now. If someone objects, you can say to them, if it's the cost, you could ask them, what is the cost of not doing this for your family? On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to protect your family at this time? Pause, look in their eyes, and when they say you're right, just nod. Just nod, because it will make them want to agree. As long as what you're selling is moral, legal, and ethical, this is fine. Okay, you must use these for the power of good. I repeat that, and I said this to Mac, if I share the stuff with people, they must use it for the power of good. Okay. And also, on a scale of 10, how important is it? And the next thing, remember, are they visual, audio, or kinesthetic? If they was visual, for example, or if they was kinesthetic, you could say to them, how would you feel after you got this policy in place? How would that make you feel? And how would your family feel? Get them into the emotional side, because people buy emotionally and then they try to justify it by facts and figures. But the point is, they always buy emotionally. So when it comes to it, get them onto the emotional thing. How would you feel knowing that you've done the right thing for your family should the worst thing ever happen? What would be the right thing to do now? And can I help you to make that happen? Boom, close that deal. And watch for when those shoulders relax, the face lightens up, bang, that's when you close the deal.